Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi, hi.
Thursday, the 24th of February. Welcome.
No, they're still trying to connect. It's just a bit slow. The connection, I mean, not the people. Later on time.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Marlene. Hello, Yvonne. And Teresa, and Steve, and Kyle, and Mikey.
Yes, hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Mikey.
Mikey. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great. Nice to have you with us. Good evening, Glenda. Welcome.
Hi there. Thank you very much.
Hi, hi.
Great. And Elsie, goeienaand en welkom bij ons vanavond.
I don't think Elsie's on yet.
No, they're still connecting. It takes a longer time
Okay.
to connect, but they're doing. Yeah. I don't know that we have storms today. So I think we will all be able to connect.
Oh, is Storm Eunice going on still on your side?
The what going on?
The Storm Eunice still going on?
No, that Storm Eunice just disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But all my family
Right.
wanted to know, what are you doing? It wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me.
Oh, we are peaceful. We're restoring. We are not destroying.
Yep. Yep. Definitely.
Mikey's.
So I think latest at 5 past we start. Looks like we're a small group. So then maybe everybody has the chance to speak up tonight. And we can keep in time with the 8 o'clock.
Okay. Can I just ask everybody that's here tonight, Glenda, Mikey, Glenda and Mikey, I've not spoken with you before. Do you guys have our website? And do you know anything about Life Force? If not, just let us know in the chat so that we can connect later and we can send you info or speak with you. Okay.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you. I must be honest, Elsie her and I are friends, and I've been running around a bit like a chicken with a chopped off head. And she told me about this in one sentence, and I said, it sounds like this is for me. Yeah, how do I join? How do I do whatever I do? I'm in. So she just laughed at me and said I was crazy, but you know what? I'm glad I'm not
Yes.
normal. So
Yes.
and then I just want to ask, please excuse me at 7:30. I said to Elsie, I have a standing thing at 7:30 every Thursday. So unfortunately, will only be able to stay on until 7:30. So please excuse me then.
Happy that you're here. We're happy that you're here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Please
much.
send direct message me your number, and I'll make sure that if you're close to Eunice, or in, should I say,
Proximity.
in Elsie's area, Eunice can connect with you in person. Okay.
Yes. I can
Okay,
drive
I'm just
there.
going
We
to
can
put my
meet
email
for
address
coffee.
on the chat.
All right.
Good.
Fabulous. Thank you.
It's Mikey and Glenda. We formed a assembly here in Pretoria East.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we
it's
just
good
need
to
to
meet you
send in
guys.
our documents.
Oh, that was nice. That was fast. I love it. Thank
Yay.
you. Well done, you two. Rock stars.
That's fast, yeah. So very great to hear, because I just asked before the meeting started, and let's start the meeting. Welcome everyone to our Thursday evening get together. We are going in circles at the moment with explaining things on a little bit different and deeper level. Today we reached again the stage 1, where we talk about this is about us and about us. The next 5 weeks, again, we are going to different stations, and then we start the cycle again to dive deeper and deeper and deeper. I've just asked Eunice earlier, how is this going on the assembly route, who is joining, and I just hear again, there's a new assembly starting, so this is really exciting, and I really like it. Before I talk too long right now, we just want to dive into the little video that we usually start the week with. And there's a question that you should maybe have on your mind. And this is the question we would like to hear your opinion today, not as a yes and no answer, but really dive into it. You saw it probably on the agenda. Restoration is all about doing it on your own. True or false? True or false? Restoration is all about doing it on your own. Therefore, I stop here this little screen and I go to another screen with the video, which should be here. Now, sharing, just sharing. Which one is the video? Here. Okay, perfect. Let's go. So that's the little video, little intro video. I just leave it for a moment standing. We went through a few points. Who are we? What is our goal? What is my role? What is your role? How can I do it? Can I do it? Attitude, behavior, what to do with your dream. I do not like working in the team. So addressing a few points that we feel we should think about. And yeah, maybe I'm just handing over to Eunice right now. She always has something, or I see my camera is off, always have something nice to add.
Just want to say this is available to everyone. You don't have to write it all down now. If you want it, you can just download it. We'll put it on the group again so that you can just download it. It's so good to see all your faces. And last time when we spoke about what are we all about, we were actually talking about we sovereign, we want to self-govern, that's where we want to go. This week we're talking on the same subject, but this week we're talking about must I do all of this on my own? Is it true or false? And we don't want to talk a lot, but we want to hear what you guys are saying. So fire away. I think we must start with Tommy. Tommy. Yes,
Ali?
tell us, what do you think? Is it true or false?
No, it's not exactly true. I don't think so. It would need a group effort. Everybody needs to participate. It depends who all is involved. Yeah. And the more participation you get from the individuals that's involved, the better. One individual might do more than others, but I think it's important that everybody knows what is expected, you know, from the different individuals, yes. And yeah, to be responsible, you know, first of all, to know what's needed, and then to take responsibility.
Tommy, can I ask, are you working on a project, or have you got a worked out project yet?
No, not yet.
No,
I've
not
got an
yet.
idea,
Okay.
but I haven't started. Yeah, no, I haven't. Put
Please start writing it down. If you start writing, it just starts flowing. It's the time for it now. You will be so amazed, and it would be lovely. So just go for it. But thank you so much. So where do you see yourself fit into the structure? We've spoken about all the different roles that you can play. How do you see in connection with what we're talking about tonight? Where do you see yourself? So you say it's a group effort.
Yes, I think initially, you know, the spreading of information, you know, enlightening everybody, that's important for the stage we're in at the moment. So yes. I see myself in that role. I'm just a bit uncertain, you know. I'm sorry to bring up the same thing, but when it comes to areas, I just think it's going to be easier if together we can decide, like in the area of Cape Town, how many areas are we going to divide this into, you know? So that, because I mean, I know people in different areas. I mean, the sooner I think we have assemblies in the different areas, and then we can, I just feel then it's easy to go into the next stage when it comes to. I would love to
answer that. If you would allow me for 30 seconds, okay. I quickly want to answer you. Tommy, if you have any two friends, any two people that are also interested, and the three of you stand together in the area where you live, that's where you start an assembly. If you do not have two people, you just take hands with whoever is in that area. It can be much bigger. Like I'm going to use Johannesburg as an example. Johannesburg will have 170, well, I think 130, I can be wrong, assemblies when all the assemblies are up and running. But if you have one on this side and one on that side and one there, but they start working together, they then see themselves as an assembly. And as we grow and progress, it will form more assemblies, more groups. But start working with whoever you are. That's what I suggest now. We are not going to give you a geographical area and say this is your area. We never want to do that division. We want it to really develop naturally. If you feel you want to put a boundary in there, you're more than welcome to do that, because each one of the assemblies will decide what is their area, where do they see themselves fit in, and how will they do self-governance in the area that they're in. So every group will decide about that. But if you want to talk more about that, I can give you a ring, and then we can talk.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But everyone is welcome. Wherever you are, just start. Just get started. Don't worry about ratification. Don't worry about paperwork. Just get started. Talk to people, come together, start working on projects, see what the needs are in your area. Thank you, Tommy. Okay, Jay, you can go ahead. Just ask the people. I like what they bring to the table.
I think I would like, maybe if Glenda is ready to start to switch to her, because she has to leave early. Glenda, do you maybe want to give some points on this topic or ask questions?
Well, my thinking of your question, just rephrase your question again, please.
Yep, Eunice.
Restoration is all about me. You know, I've got to do it on my own. Is it true or false?
I always believe that be the change that you wish to see in the world. And I also believe that for things to change, I must change. So
do I hear you right? You're saying, yes, it's true and false.
I beg your pardon?
What you're saying?
You know,
yes, because that's exactly it. I do agree with you.
Yes, that you know, if I've got it right in my head first, then it's easy to take hands with you and everybody else. So yeah, I mean, we always want to change. You know, every time we see something going wrong, we always want to go and change that. But change starts within ourselves, and there's so many the most creative ways that you can do that. And I've been doing that for a long time now already. And for example, I used to be frustrated with the police, and I have zero frustration with them. And when I do need them, then they're there for me. And people say to me, how? And I say, well, you just apply certain techniques and you get it right. So yeah, and once you figure it out in your own head, then you join hands and then you collaborate and you really do this amazingly.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Super. Thank you.
Pleasure.
So then I'm just going down the list. SC, I don't know who SC is, just joined us as well. Maybe the question for today is, it's the topic all about us. It's all about, it's about us. And the question that we ask the participants is, what do you think about the statement, restoration is all about doing it on your own? Is it true or false?
Can I just chip in? Yeah.
Yes.
I think SC is actually out for dinner, and he said he's going to put his earphones in so he can be part of the meeting. But
Okay.
I don't think he's able to participate at this time. But he's with us 150%.
Okay, so let's mute
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay.
And then we go to Morn. Morn, would you like to share your point of view?
Mornay.
Mornay, okay, good, sorry. The stupid, ignorant German.
No, Mornay.
Just unmute yourself, please.
Hi there. Yes, sorry, man.
Hello.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Jay, don't worry about that. I used to live in Australia and I had that all the time, so I'm used to that. Yeah, I just have to say, I had a very enjoyable chat with Tandy Michelle a couple of days ago, and we just connected very well. And I think we were over an hour on the phone, and I just shared my heart. Just quickly, we lived in Australia for 15 years, and we came back to Australia to go make a difference in South Africa. And definitely on that question, being in the charity space now for almost 6 years, you can never do it alone. We always need people. We need to stand together. We need to be like-minded people to connect, and it's like the logo says, your logo, with all the circles that's intertwined and connected. That's the only way we're going to make a difference, and the only way we're going to successfully, have answers to solutions. And our solution, our work that we do is anti-human trafficking and sexual exploitation. So it's a massive, as you all will know, it's a massive industry, and there's no way one can do this alone. We're really on a small scale now, but for us to take this to the next level, we need an army of people. And for me, that question is absolutely true. We can never do it alone. Absolutely false, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going around through the group. Tommy was already. Marie Fente, would you like to share your point of view?
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Hey.
I would think it works both ways. You definitely need a group of people to get something successfully done. But then each person individually brings their own uniqueness to a group as well. So there's certain areas in your own life you had to do things on your own, that other people can't help you with. So I think but mostly it would be in a group effort to have a successful story. That's
Okay.
my story.
Thank you. Yeah. Steve, would you like to add something or share your point of view?
Yeah. Okay, so obviously one has to work in a group, otherwise you're just a lone person and you wouldn't achieve too much. Definitely you need not only hundreds but even millions of people to really make something have a huge impact on a country. and each person would, or people would have to head up areas or work together in areas to make them work. So absolutely, 100%, we need groups, and we need lots of them all over every town in the country. Every city needs a lot of them. And one of the challenges to get the word out there so that enough people can, enough like-minded people can join to create a parallel society, which is so important. If you consider schooling, what's going down in schools these days, if you consider security, there's just so many areas that need to be affected by a parallel society. So yeah, absolutely, you definitely have to have lots of groups and lots of people working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Eunice just posted one of Kim's quotes. If it's going to be, it's up to me. So it's and what you say as well, the teamwork, and of course, who is starting the team? That is always the question. So we need people who are coming up with getting other people together. And therefore, I maybe shift over to Teresa. Teresa, what would you like to maybe add or share?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I think for me, I think the dream starts with one person. Okay, I think one person needs to have a dream, which you maybe believe in. I think when you when you believe in that and you start to share, I think you then start to attract the people. They're kind of like sharing your dream. And I mean, yes, we started the Windsor West group. Oh, when was it? Last year, whenever. And I think it has fallen. It's fallen by the wayside. Okay. And I think one of the things that I've learned from that is to also to establish as to why do people want to get involved? Because if you know your why, doesn't matter how, because the how will then just happen. I think the why is so important for me as to, you know, when I'm looking for people, I'm now having to, I suppose, create a new community. And I'm busy with my needs assessment. So yes, I think it is as to why do people, and also why do people want to make a difference? Because that's where I found that when people get caught up in this thing, oh, that they want to be part of this and whatever, but it takes a lot of, I find, commitment, focus, perseverance. It really does, because it just doesn't happen overnight. So and yes, I do think it's important that we need community, yeah, but without community and the people beside you, you can't really achieve anything.
Yep. It's all about community. Come into unity.
Absolutely, so. Yeah, very important. So yes, I'm kind of like starting from scratch. I'm excited. I've done it once. We can do it again. Having learned lots of things, you know, not mistakes. I don't think it's mistakes. It's not about mistakes. We learn, you know, these things that work, these things that don't work. I think that we've got to take that and go forward. So that's from me. Thank you.
Teresa, it's Teresa who spoke now.
Yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I just want to add something here. When I speak to people in communities, they look at figures. You know, our world is driven by figures. How many people came to the tupper party? How many people rocked up for the birthday party? In the assemblies, please, let's not look at the figures. If you have two people who really have this in their heart, it will grow slowly and then exponentially. Don't worry if the people fall away or they don't come back. We're busy with developing work, and lots of people do not have the stomach or the sense for it. And that's fine. In a later stage, they'll just come back in. But whoever if you're alone, we are here to stand with you. Just keep on doing what you're doing. But I think you'll succeed in a big way. We're watching you. Go well.
And I think it's going faster and faster. When you've done it once, you can do it the second time even faster and even better. And this was the whole, what we've learned also in the last year, almost more than a year now, where we just see, oh, there's a change, let's adapt. And I think what we've done is quite we are quite in a good way. Kyle, would you like to share something tonight?
Yeah, how's it, Jay? Yeah, pretty much. I guess you could say if you want things to last, and you're trying to build something that's gonna, have an impact on the world, greater, then obviously you need a group of people who are building things with a set of ideals. They're all sharing, or like if they're building something up in the community, it's because they can all benefit from it. I think personally in your own life, everyone's trying to improve upon themselves and grow as a person, but it certainly helps a lot more when you don't feel isolated, and you've got people who are there to help you, and they've got resources pooled, and you don't feel like your entire life is in like a survival mode. It's kind of like you get out of that framework where you have to do it alone and go it alone at this world, and everyone does that, and instead you can say, okay, well, I can spend a portion of my life collecting things I need for my own personal survival and my well-being, but then I get to a point where I'm comfortable enough to say, now how can I help everyone else? Like it's, you get up in the morning, you have your breakfast, everything, and you feel okay. Now you're ready to face the day. Most people wake up like that, and then they go and spend their entire day at an office. Well, that's how it used to be. And they feel drained by the end of the week, and you kind of lose focus on what it is you actually want out of life. And the last couple of years have shown people that they don't really want to just work for work's sake anymore, but they're slowly starting to realize that there's something greater. And perhaps over the last 4 decades we've lost it through technology, but we do need people and family and friends in our lives, because those are the things that make us enjoy the stuff we build, whether it be watching a football game or going to a ski rink or doing anything fun. You only remember those things because you're enjoying them with other people. So if we all living in this isolated society that's kind of pushing us to just be, I'm all right, so, bugger you, Jack, as the saying used to go, that's just going to make us sick in the long run. And we need to get back together, and we need to pool resources, and somehow that has to happen, whether it be through funding from Life Force or a group of people who are just philanthropic at heart, and they want to just donate to a community. And I guess that's where the idea of projects coming in and having some sort of a structure. But to me, it always involves coming to some sort of a homestead and creating that sort of pioneer mindset again, where it's very simple, and you think of what you can do with technology you have now to make your life a lot easier than it was, say, 100, 200 years ago to do this. But we all very much have the blood of the voortrekkers in us, and any settlers, even if it's people from in Africa, but we have it in our blood to survive. But I think it's time for us to thrive now, and that's where we need to pool our resources. Thanks.
It's always amazing when people with passion come together, and you always, what I feel is when people start doing something with passion, it's always energizing, while once you do something that is not actually in your heart, it's just draining. And you just mentioned funding. I was amazed to see how the Canadians or the whole world stand together behind the truckers. A friend of mine who lived in Canada for quite a while, the Canadians are not really the ones who really donate. The Americans are the ones who give from their heart and money. To see that $10 million came together to support truckers, I think this is amazing. So if there's the right cause, or as soon as there's the right cause, people just opening their heart, come to the point, give their everything. And this is what we are about, because this country is not the country for a president or for a party. It's a country for the people. And when people feel this is what this is about, yeah, the funding in addition makes it always better, but the passion behind it drives it.
Yeah, it's about spreading that message in a way that people can feel in their own life, that they can click towards. And I think at that grassroots level, like we saw with the truckers, all those people were just coming together. It was great to see them, how they were handing out food, and they pretty much got rid of poverty on the streets overnight there. All major crimes went down. It's sad to see what's happened now, but that's going off into a topic we all know where that's going. But I think things can change overnight, and I think we're starting to see that reality. And I think like you were saying, once a couple of people have it in mind and they can see it happen, it'll spread like wildfire, and then overnight our world will change, and it'll be great.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Kyle.
Cool.
Elsie, would you like to add something? Remembering the question of tonight. Elsie?
I'm muted now.
Yes.
Sorry, my lighting is poor.
Yes.
And it's for a good reason. But I'll share my thoughts.
Yes.
I do think that I like Glenda's response. What you can do only for yourself is to grow the passion for what you want to do. But definitely, I don't think you can do this on your own. I was just starting to think how we could develop our assembly. And I realized that every person that come on board will have something else to bring to the table. And in that way, is the only way that we can serve the community. We are not even aware of all the needs that there are. And the more people there are, the more awareness there will be. And the more things we can do in order to improve the community. That's my thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why we also mentioned the needs assessment. When we just start to look, we start to see. Thanks. Shifting over to Yvonne. Yvonne, would you like to add something?
Well, I must say I'm incredibly blessed to be part of a wonderful team of rebels. And we've already been working together for years, most of us. So we're already doing stuff. Dr. Steve and myself put together a proposal this week, which is very exciting, for a healing center. It'll be fully staffed and everything. And it's surrounded by another 2 beautiful community projects. So it could be a trilogy. Very exciting. And yeah, I think there's 5 of us on the group here. There should be a lot more because we've got these many more rebels around. But it's starting to happen, and we're all quite impatient now. We just want to do it.
Yeah, yes. Let's bring the love rebels together.
Absolutely, that's what they are.
The love rebels and the pebbles bringing the, how do you say, the ripples out.
Exactly. Yeah. Now we've got a beautiful team here.
Perfect. Yeah. Marty, would you like to join and give us your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm also new in this group. I'm with Elsie and Glenda, and we've just started the assembly. So for me, definitely a group setting will be much better, and I think I will participate in, and I feel more comfortable in a group setting. So that's my view.
Okay, good, perfect. Thank you so much. Rhino has joined as well, so I'd like to call Rhino if you'd like to share his point of view as well. Rhino?
Jay, I do not think Rhino likes to talk.
Okay.
He's one who writes more, but
okay, perfect. Wonderful.
If he wants to come on, he's more than welcome, but I think you can go ahead.
No, we understand. Yeah, so I think everybody had a chance to speak and share something. SC is still on the screen but didn't share when we asked SC to come up with an idea or share, so maybe not tonight. Then yeah.
Sorry,
so,
did Marlene speak? Marlene? She hasn't spoken. Marlene.
Ooh.
Marlene.
Hi, no, I haven't spoken. I'm just listening to everybody.
Oh, sorry.
It's interesting to hear the viewpoints of everybody. From my perspective, I believe it starts with the self. We have to start healing ourselves. And if we've got the tools to do so, obviously, then the changes start happening within. And I believe that it's not only a physical world we're living in, it's working on frequency, it's working on energies. And in healing yourself, you start attracting like-minded people. And I think that is when you can then start with a group together, because if you haven't got the right energies together, you're just going to have war and friction and fighting amongst each other. But I find as you actually heal, you start connecting with like-minded, like with the group that Yvonne is talking about. We're a bunch of rebels. But I think all of us within that group as well have done a lot of healing on ourselves. And I think that is actually what made us all get together ultimately, to start doing it now and start, because if you're starting to tell people what to do and how to do it, and you're not walking that talk, people aren't going to take you seriously. So it's a two-way street. You've got to start with yourself, and with yourself, you're not an island unto yourself. The world is not, you then join with people that have got the same intentions. And I think that's when you become a strong community and a strong group working together.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always very often use the quote here from Mahatma Gandhi: be the change that you want to see in the world. And if I put this into people, what does it say to you? And then they say, oh, I want to start this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and do this project. But then I remind them that the quote is not to say, do the change that you want to see in the world. It's be the change that you want to see in the world, which comes to quite a surprise for people who've heard this quote already 500 times. But it's about being. You have to be the change. It's about, if you are not what you want to see, who else should step up? Eunice is coming on. This looks like she wants to say something.
I do this for bandwidth. That's why I put off my camera sometimes. I just want to encourage all of you, if you haven't listened to Max and Mike on the 7th of February, on the UNN Today, you will find the Unbroken, and they've got a jam-packed, very good tools that everyone can use for us moving forward as sovereign beings and into self-governance. And I almost want to say minding your own business, meaning really to clean up house with yourself and then with other people. So I want to encourage you really to listen to that. It's Max and Mike on the 7th of February. And it's if you go down the list, it's the Unbroken series. Thank you.
Thank you. Thandi, something that you want to contribute?
Yeah, I can say that I was going to quote the Marianne Williamson quote, but it's a longer quote. But all I'm going to take out of that tonight is that it's time that we don't play small anymore. Time to step up, not play small. If you're shy, put your shyness away. Speak to one person one-on-one. You don't have to go and speak to a group, but get involved. Don't sit back. We don't have time for people to sit back. We can all make a difference where we are at. And don't be shy. People don't like what you're talking about. It's touching a core in them. And it's not about you, it's about them. So step forward. Don't play small.
Yep. Yeah, we are so much greater than our fears, and we can do so much together. And I like the rebels, the love rebels coming together, throwing the pebbles into the pond. That's what we are probably. Yeah, maybe we can put it in this way. It's taking others with us into the right direction. So much to fix, so much to do better. And we can't do it on our own, but we have to start it. We have to be the people who are walking forward. And for me, the quote also is multifold. It says, yes, we need to do it together, but we need to do it. And if we're waiting for others to do it with us, let's be active. Let's get together and move forward.
Yeah. You know what's wonderful? Everybody on this group has already started. We've already started. We're not going to start anymore. We've already started. So well done to everyone. I always say, take your left hand, put it on your right shoulder, tap up and down 3 times and say, well done to yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to say it. Yes, just do it.
Yeah. And let me just remind you, the quote that I shared with them on our groups today, this week, was, sit with warriors. The conversation is different. You're a warrior. Sometimes you just don't even know it. Sit with other people and you can turn the conversation to something powerful. when you step up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have
We're
a lovely
really
week, people.
like that a lot. And you spell that warrior with an A, not with an O.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're living in really
Okay,
incredible
so
times. Yeah.
I think that's been a beautiful meeting. We can call it a day. We're much fewer than normal. So let's shine on, have a beautiful week, and actually go out there and do something.
Mm.
But
And I
Tondi,
know
a
many
number of the people actually asked to be excused. They contacted you and said they cannot be on the call. It's not
Yeah.
that they're not here, they couldn't be on the call. Good.
And I love
Thank you so much.
Just next time, maybe think about bringing one of your friends with you, so we also can grow and spread the message. We have another 55 million people to reach in this country, so let's get one by one into awareness of restoration, and that they can do it, will do it.
I like
rent a crowd of people.
Rentacrowd.com. Okay, yes, yeah. Yeah. Lots of love your way to all the rebels and lovers and shakers and movers and doers, and looking forward to see you next week.
Love you all. Go well. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.